Welcome to this episode of the Hinduism 101 series. In this episode, Vivekji gives us a description of the foundation from which all else expresses. Let's tune in to learn about how our nature is joy.
The fifth facet of Hinduism 101. Bhagwan, Shastra, Sadguru, Shishya are all expressions. If there are expressions, there has to be a source for that expression. If there's a rainbow, there has to be light. And what color is light? Light has no color, and if you describe a color, it's white. And then this colorless light expresses as Roigbv. That's North America. We'll go to India's Vibgyor, correct? The source of everything that we've heard thus far is Brahman. In English, Brahman means infinity. Brahman, Bhagwan, Shastra, Sadguru, Shishya. Infinity, God, manual, guide, disciple. The word Brahman comes from the base Brihat, which means bigness. Whenever we think of big, this is always qualifying an entity. Big ears, big car, big account, big ego. Brihat simply means bigness, and it's not qualifying anything. And since there's nothing that's qualifying it, this means infinity. Okay? Infinity is indescribable. And I mean that in the most literal way. If you're describing infinity, then it can't be infinity, correct? Think of this logically. You're using that which is finite to describe that which is infinite. That's not possible. Infinity is indescribable. Infinity can only be experienced. And I hope this blows your mind. You've only experienced infinity. Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, you have only experienced infinity. We just don't know it. That's why we don't feel it. Nonetheless, we still try to describe infinity. We're so social that we have to talk about infinity, correct? So this is described as Sat, Chit, Ananda. In English, Sat is existence. Chit is awareness, and Ananda is joy. Brahman assumes qualities and then is expressed as Bhagwan. Okay? Bhagwan's trajectory for us is Brahman. You cannot describe Brahman, you can only experience it. Still, to give us that to contemplate on, Brahman is Sat Chit Ananda, or existence, awareness, joy. Our macro experience is quite obvious that Sat, or existence, is undeniable. Where is there no existence? Even non-existence has to exist, correct? So at a macro level, it's quite easy to tune into Sat, or existence. And to be more clear about this, everything around you is existing. If an entity is existing, it has to have the base or the foundation that is existence. Correct? If there is no existence, whatever you're touching cannot exist. Making this or transitioning this from macro to micro, in between, you know what you know and you know what you don't know also. That is chit, or awareness. You know everything inside of you, like the thoughts you have in your head right now. I have no idea what Vivekji is talking about. You know that. Or I know everything that he's talking about. You know that too. And outside, the fan spinning, the wind blowing, the food on the stove. How do you know that? Awareness. And not just you, all of us. All approaching 8 billion humans. All of the animals, all of the plants. And now at a most micro level, Ananda. Do you remember the 2 reasons why we do anything? What is the lower reason why we do what we do? Dukkha nivritti, escaping pain. And the higher reason, sukha prapti, embracing peace. The pursuit of happiness that never changes is indicative that our nature is Ananda. That the nature of infinity, the fact that this pursuit never changes, that joy is infinite. Okay? Now I'm reminding you, infinity is indescribable. Our minds can only describe what it has experienced. This is why the mind lives in the past. I remember going to Florida. I remember high school. I remember meeting all of these people. The mind cannot describe what it's not experienced. Cannot. It just shuts down. The intellect can describe what it hasn't experienced either. It is the intellect that imagines, dreams, and so on. So our mind can never touch Brahman. The intellect can come closer. And that's why all of these details about infinity are important. Otherwise, we just put a symbol there, infinity. And that's it. We can never appreciate infinity with just a symbol. These details are important. I think of infinity in one more way, and this is for your reflection. Infinity is sometimes described as the uncaused cause. The uncaused cause. This is uncaused, but it's a cause. Earlier I used words like expressions, correct? And what's beautiful about this is that the cause pervades the effect. All that is wood is flammable. All that is made of high fructose corn syrup is delicious. The cause pervades the effect. So, infinity is uncaused. And if you can tune into that, awesome. That means there are no further expressions. But if I can't tune into that, that which is uncaused becomes the cause for God, for manual, for guide, for me, and the cause pervades the effect. So who am I really? I am infinite. You are infinite. We have this strong misinterpretation. I am God and you are not. Superiority complex. Or you are God and I am not. Inferiority complex. Both are impossible. Correct? The uncaused cause and the cause pervades the effect. Hinduism, in its original form, is Sanatana Dharma. And I shared with you 6 weeks ago when we began. Does Sanatana Dharma mean as a noun? Infinite nature. And as a verb, unchanging responsibility. See all of the dots being connected, or there's dots. When one is in tune with their unchanging responsibility, they become a shishya. And you follow that responsibility to your infinite nature. The word religion means to go home, to bind back. In Sanskrit, we call this yanti. Yanti means to repair. I'm broken right now only by feeling, by truth, I am Brahman. The last thought that any of us will ever have, whether you think it in Sanskrit or not, is aham brahmasmi. Aham, I. Brahman, infinity. Asmi is. I is infinity. You can say it in slang like that. I is infinity, ain't you? Amazing. 5 weeks to enlightenment.
If you enjoyed what you heard or want to learn more, share this episode with a friend or find us online at facebook.com/cmniagara. For those on the journey of self-development, Chinmaya Mission Niagara provides a community forum for seekers to listen, reflect, and contemplate. This podcast is produced by the Young Adults of Chinmaya Mission, an international nonprofit working to transform individuals through the knowledge of Vedanta. Until next time, inspire, love, be.